how to make the best Biltong of your life.
So now that the vocals are nicely stretched, we are back again with yet again a lack of sleep and also an audacious amount of cups of coffee to make another how-to video for you guys, and this time delicious biltong, as you heard in the title, that will be the best in your life. So basically this is just old biltong that was in the machine that is coming out and the new going in. In other words, there's a saying, the out with the old and in with the new. So basically you will see in this video how the bacon is being made. We only use A grade meat bought at Fairfield, and basically this was just testing the light, and if I can recommend, it's better to use those orange lights because I just feel it gives off more heat, so it will be done quicker. So this is just the setup again, and you can see we use some soya sauce as well and brown vinegar, and this also just preserves it while it is in the dryer. So this is basically the spice that was used. The meat, you only use sirloin, top side, silver side. So yes, you can see the coriander seeds is what we have, and we're going to use that for the nyama choma because let's be honest, no biltong tastes nice without coriander seeds. So we're trying something here with the coriander seeds. There's always a first time for everything, and yet the Wyman, that is what we like doing. You know, no job is the same, nothing is the same. We think everything through from start to finish. We try and plan, organize. You can see that little bit of blood over there, that shows it's nice and fresh. And yeah, this is the piece that we will now cut into basically chunks that you will enjoy. So lovely fresh piece of silver side, or top side, I can't really remember now. So here, just cut into nice steaklets, I have to call it. But obviously you shouldn't be tempted here now to fry one, make it in a pan or something, because the purpose is not for that. Even though it looks tempting, with just some chummy sauce, no. It's here for biltong. So a little bit of brown vinegar, a little bit of soya sauce, and maybe we didn't have Worcester sauce at this time. That's why we use the soya sauce. And the reason why you make it in such a bucket is because you will soon see, you close the lid and obviously you skit your biscuit. It's the easiest way to marinate everything all sides around. So basically what happens is when you record a video on your phone and you will notice while you're recording and you take a photo, what happens is when you organize it or so on, when it comes into a folder, when you upload or export to your phone files, hard drive, I don't know, then basically the photos will come afterwards. So the video might show you the end result, but you will go back to the beginning. So here you're just looking at the knife that was used now to break these. It's just a sample because we had to multitask with the camera here. And just showing you what was done basically, because you need two hands obviously. So that now goes into the nyama choma and it will be mixed thoroughly so that that biltong can have that beautiful coriander bite to it. So what you also notice you can do, you can take a plate and also just a glass, as long as it's level underneath, and you can also use this to just crush the coriander. Obviously now we're saying this because, or recommending rather, because we don't have a crusher thing yet, that wooden thing with a pole or whatever. Can't say a pole really, but yeah. So here you can see now the nyama choma is mixed, and this I can guarantee you is beautiful on biltong. I mean nyama choma on anything, any meat, chicken and so on. Basically, now imagine it on biltong, eh? So you will soon see at the end of the video where we buy these spices. We show you how we buy it in bulk, and basically that is what we always do. We always buy things in bulk because that is how things last, eh? So no matter what it is, try and buy it in bulk, because when you're on your own, you want things to last for months so that you don't have to buy every month handy dishwashing or whatever, buy it in 5 liters, and that's exactly what we do here at the Wyman. So now you can see setup, organized is once again always important at the Wyman. In fact, that comes first. Once you're organized, then everything just flows nicely. You can never obviously be perfectly organized, but we try our best. So there, puppets all hung by a string. String. I think the right word is strung. And basically, just in the context I'm in. And you can see you don't want to mix the two together. And obviously, I don't even need to let you guess what is the difference. Which one is the Huntsman, and the Nyama Choma. So like we said, the lighting, I think it's best to just use the orange light. You need to know that the machine will obviously stay on 24/7 through for maybe about 3 to 4 days, depending on also the temperature outside. I realize that plays an important role in winter. And yeah, so I think with the orange light, it gives a nice ambience, and your house is not too bright at night time throughout the night. So also, you could maybe close it, I guess, with something on top to also block the light, like maybe a dishcloth or something. But you don't want to do this. You want the fan obviously to bring fresh air and so on. You don't want it to mold. So this is the bulk spices that you can see here, where you can get it. You can obviously just Google the name, and basically you can just thank me by liking or commenting thank you or so on with all this information, because other people out there won't give this information for free that we do here at the YMN for you, and we'll keep doing it as long as you just acknowledge us, because no one wants to feel like you're doing something for nothing. It's not a nice feeling. So here's packaging obviously that you can get. Obviously this is where we got our hooks, and yeah, so now you can maybe go make your own biltong. There's obviously a few places here in Epping where they sell these spices, but I just felt accustomed to this Exum company. I've been coming to them all the time. There's also, I think, Delhi Spice, and yeah, there's also County Fair around the corner. So that is where I go to buy the bulk chicken again in boxes and so on. If you doing any catering and so on, that's the best place. So reach out to us, because we will tell you these resources, links, connections, all at no cost. Just reward us as we said how to do so. We thank you. Danko, tot ziens. I also just need to mention that the table was obviously wiped down before we began with the process, and that is just for those judgmental people out there.
More how-to videos, link in thy bio.